Hello, good afternoon. My name is Chakrapani Appalabatula, go by Chax. I'm the founder and CEO of Bloomz. We are rethinking about how we connect with the world around the kids as parents. If you see here, we have already seen tremendous traction through word of mouth, rapidly taking off in terms of how these communities, from the child care to middle school, where educators and parent leaders really engage with the parents. If you think about it, is this a click? If you're a parent, you've already experienced this. It's a very siloed environment to really stay on top of what's happening as a parent. And why is this important? There's 30 years of research that clearly proves that it's in fact the number one factor in terms of how kids do. It's an on or off switch. It almost looks like a switch. That makes a 2.4 grade point difference on the child outcome. Now, why is this broken? If you think about it, we're not the first ones to really perceive the need, but I think how we perceive it is the fundamental difference. All the solutions out there are perceiving or like visualizing the elephant in the room like blind men. So as a result, you have another siloed set of tools. Yes, they're making a small difference, but if you go back to the core problem, they're just creating more silos. And that's where Bloomz comes into picture. We are all about streamlining the communication, community building, and coordination through any community that engages today's social and mobile generation of parents. I wish I could show the app, but if you have experienced Facebook, which is experienced by 2 billion people, the experience is very similar, so it's instantly familiar, but it has all the right set of tools that are extremely simple and fun to use, both for the educators as well as the parents. Now, I can say whatever I want. This is the independent, validation of the fact that we are making a fundamental difference in the way that these communities are coming together. We've been winning all kinds of awards. And here, number of teachers like Jessica, who have reviewed all possible apps out there, have positioned Bloomz as the number one app. So far, our growth has been completely coming through the viral aspect. And the fact that, we are actually growing this and making a difference, and the way we are visualizing the future of this world, obviously has been recognized, and I'm honored to be in this list where Sal Khan and other influential people have been listed as the global influencers. We've also received a patent, which will position us really to bring that kind of the marketplace and the world together towards the parenting in a way that like LinkedIn and Facebook have really done for the parenting and the professional and the personal world. We believe that Bloomz has the opportunity to bring the parenting world. As you can see here, mostly through word of mouth, all of this word of mouth adoption has been happening. And the most exciting thing for us is really the engagement rates. We have DAU to MAU ratios of 30 to 35% and weekly active ratios. As a parent, you can relate to this. This is where your life revolves around, for majority of parents. As you can see, year over year, our growth has been astonishing. We started with a single-digit penetration, again through viral mouth, word of mouth. And this year, we have already seen double-digit. In some of the states, we are almost 25% penetration. This is how it starts. A teacher really starts using the app, loves the app, brings in 25 parents to 30 parents. Then one of those parents probably creates a PTA group, a church group, sports team, whatnot. And then that's the other viral loop. And then the same teacher now brings in the rest of the teachers and then brings the school on board. And we are disrupting it in two different ways. Our business model disruption is also a fundamental aspect to it. We want to keep this app free for all the stakeholders because we want to focus on creating the ecosystem. And now all this partnerships growth that is happening is actually inbound. We didn't even initiate some of these things. All these partners are coming to us and saying, okay, now we want to take your system because we can clearly see the impact it is making. We just opened up to a lot more groups, like all these things. So again, we're on the right track. This is obviously an enormous opportunity globally, and we are applicable on a global basis. In fact, even though we started in the US, there are many countries that write to us now, having discovered Bloomz as an app, that it is making a fundamental difference. And we believe that that's a huge opportunity for us to tap into. And the other types of communities that engage parents around the kids. Now, obviously, our focus is, excuse it's over right here, but there is about $175 billion spent outside of the schools by parents, just in the US alone. whether it is after-school program, enrichment activities, and so on. And you can see that is right now broken. I'm not the first one to really try to target this market, but I think Bloomz is the first one that has the potential to create that ecosystem like nobody else has done. Because everybody else has tried to create the destination, but it's hard to get people there. We have already started monetizing. We believe the monetization will go across these 4 dimensions. We call them the Alps. We want to reach the Alps: advertising, lead generation, payments, and subscriptions. And we have started experimenting in the subscription, and we will be launching other monetization opportunities fairly soon. We have a rapid growth of adoption that we anticipate to see. We aim to hit 5 million users by the end of this year, and then continue on that trajectory while the monetization is also taking on. And we believe that we are creating these monetizations in a very, very low friction, which means it doesn't cannibalize our growth. This is the team that is bringing together. It's a very qualified team. And obviously, we are passionate about this. We have been working on this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please give a hand to Bloomz.